Hello dear students, today we will do exercise 5.6 and we will do question 11 onwards of this exercise. So let us start with question number 11. A bus can carry 52 passengers in one trip. So if a bus takes a trip, so how many passengers that bus can carry, about which they are talking? So it can carry 52 passengers. Now how many passengers will it carry in the month of July if it makes 5 trips in a day? There is a bus, it makes 5 trips in a day, it can carry 52 passengers in one trip. So we have to tell that how many passengers will it carry in the month of July. For that, first of all, we must find how many passengers it can carry or it carries in a day. Fine, because passengers that it can carry in one trip is given, so we can easily find out passengers it carries in 5 trips. So this way we'll come to know how many passengers it carries in a day. With that information we can find out that how many passengers it will carry in the month of July. So let us write the statement. We will write passengers a bus can carry in one trip. It is 52. Fine. Now we will write number of trips the bus makes in a day is equals to 5. Therefore, passengers it carries in a day is equals to 52 multiplied by 5, that is equal to 260 passengers. Okay, so how many passengers the bus carries in a day? 260. Now we will find out passengers it will carry in the month of July, means 31 days, because July has 31 days. We cannot multiply by the month July, we have to multiply by number of days in the month of July. So how can we find that? We have to multiply passengers it carries in one day by number of days in the month of July. Now let us multiply it and find the answer. So 1 zeros are 0, 1 6 are 6 and 1 2s are 2. Let us put a cross here. Now 3 zeros are zeros, 3 6s are 18, 1 will get carried over to the next place. Now 3 2s are 6 and 1 carry is 7. Now let us add the partial products. So here we have 0, 6, 2 plus 8 is 10, 1 will get carried over here. Now 7 plus 1 is 8. So 8060 passengers. So what we can write at the end? That the bus will carry 8060 passengers in the month of July. So this is how you can find out how many passengers the bus will carry in the month of July. Now the next question is question number 12. The monthly fee of a student is rupees 530, means a student pays rupees 530. as monthly fee. There are 142 students in a class. In a class there are 142 students including all the sections. Now how much fee is collected from that class? Okay, so if one student pays rupees 530, so how much 142 students will pay? That we have to multiply, and that is how we can come to know that how much fee is collected from that class. So let us write the solution statement. We will write monthly fee of a student. Okay, now it is rupees 530. Now next statement we will write students or number of students in a class. The number is 142. Now if one student pays rupees 530, so how much fee will 142 students pay? Let us just find out. Therefore, fee collected from the class is equals to 530, or you can say rupees 530 multiply by 142. So let us multiply 530 multiply by, here we have to write 1, 4 and 2. So let us multiply. 2 zeros are 0, 2 threes are 6 and 2 fives are 10. Now let us put across here. Again 4 zeros are 0, 4 threes are 12. So 1 will get carried over to the next place. 4 fives are 20 plus 1 carry will be 21. Now let us put 2 cross here. 1 zeros are 0, 1 threes are 3 and 1 fives are 5. Now let us add the partial products. Here we have 0, 6, then 2, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 3 is 5 and 2 plus 5 is 7. So this is the fee collected from the class. So now we can write the statement as rupees 75,260 is collected as fee from the class, means from the class which they are talking about. Rupees 75,260 is collected as fee from the class. Now our next question is question number 13. A toy shopkeeper bought 130 boxes of teddy bears and 225 boxes of toy cars. Now a toy shopkeeper who sells toys, he used to buy so many toys, whether it is teddy bear, toy cars or anything else. So each box he bought contains 36 toys. It means in one box how many toys are there? 36, whether it is a teddy bear box or the box of toy cars. How many toys did the shopkeeper buy? So how many toys he bought, that we have to find out. So let us write the solution statement for this. We will write boxes of, now I would like to tell you one thing, that keep the statement simple. Okay, no need to write the long statements. So boxes of teddy bears bought by a toy shopkeeper, that is 130. Then we will write the simpler one. Boxes of toy cars bought, and it is 225. Now we will add both these boxes. Okay, therefore total boxes of toys, because in both the boxes there are toys, 130 plus 225. Now let us add it like this so that you don't find any difficulty. Now here we have 5, 5 and 3. 355 boxes he bought in all. Now Next thing is each box contains toys is equal to 36. Now in every box there are 36 toys. So if in each one of the box there are 36 toys, so how many toys did the shopkeeper buy? Now let us write, therefore total toys the shopkeeper bought is equal to, now if in one box there are 36 toys, so in 355 total boxes, how many toys will be there? Total number of boxes multiply by toys in each box. Now let us multiply 355 multiply by 36. Now 6 5s are 30, 3 will get carried over to the next place. Again 6 5s are 30 plus 3 carry will be 33 and 3 will get carried over to the next place. Now 6 3s are 18 plus 3 is 21. Let us put a cross here. 3 5s are 15 and 1 will get carried over to the next place. Again 3 5s are 15 and 1 carry will be 16. And now this 1 will get carried over to the next place. Now 3 3s are 9 plus 1 carry will be 10. Now let us add the partial products. Here we have 0, 3 plus 5 is 8, 1 plus 6 is 7, here we have 2 and here 1. So how many toys? 12,780 toys. So what is the final statement that we can write? That the shopkeeper bought 12,780 toys. So how many toys he bought in all? 12,780. Now the next question is question number 14. Fill in the blanks. Now here we have to fill in the placeholders in this given multiplication sum, and then we'll come to know that what will be the numbers that will be there and that should be there in the missing placeholders. So first of all, this multiplicand is given but the digits in the multiplier are missing. So we have to think, first of all, we always multiply by the digit which is at ones place. So first of all we have to think, don't think about anything else. Just think that what should be the number here so that we can get the answer. Because here it is 0 means when we put a cross that yes, we are done with the digit at the ones place. So instead of cross they have put 0. So when we add this number and this, we get this answer. So we have to think that by which number we will multiply 9 so that here we'll have 2, then only here 2 can be written. So 9 8s are is 72. So here we'll write 8 because 8 9s are 72. Okay, so here we'll write 2. So that is why here 2 has come. Okay, now 7 will get carried over. So 8 6 are 48. Now 48 plus 7, 55. So let us write 5 here and 5 will get carried over to the next place. Now 8 7s are 56. 56 plus 5 is 61. Now we are done with this place. Now it's the turn of the digit at the tens place. Now we have to think that if we are having, these are the partial products. If one of the partial product is having 5, another one is missing and the answer is 6. So how can we find that what will come here? It means 6 minus 5, here we should have 1. Now by which number we will multiply 9 so that we can get 1 here? So we know that 9 9s are is 81. So let us write 9 here. 9 9s are 81. 1 we will write here and 8 will get carried over, and we can check that 5 plus 1 is 6. Sorry. Now 9 6s are 54. 54 plus 8 is 62. Let us write 2 here and 6 will get carried over to the next place. Now 9 7s are 63. 63 plus 6 is 69. So let us write 69 here. Now we will add the partial products. Here we have 2, 5 plus 1, 6, 1 plus 2 will be 3, 6 plus 9 is 15. So 5 we will write here and 1 will get carried over, and 1 plus 6 is 7. So it means our sum is correct. Now let us move on to the next sum. Now how to do this one? Again we have to think like that only. Here there should be cross because when we multiply the given multiplicand by the digit of the multiplier which is at ones place, we get this partial product. Then we put a cross here and then we go for the digit at the tens place of the multiplier. So by which number we will multiply 8 so that we'll get 6 here. So 8 7s are 56. Let us write here 7 because 7 8s are 56. 6 we will write here and 5 will get carried over because then only here we will get 6. Now 7 3s are 21. 21 plus 5 is 26 and 2 will get carried over here. Now 7 2s are 14 and 14 plus 2 carry will be 16. 1 is already here. Now cross here, it's the turn of the digit at the tens place. 9 8s are 72. 7 will get carried over here. 9 3s are 27. 27 plus 7 is 34. 4 we will write here and 3 will get carried over to the next place. Now 9 2s are 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. Now let us add these partial products. Here we have 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 plus 4 is 10 and 1 will get carried over here. Now 1 plus 1 2 and this carry, okay, this carry it will be 3 and here we have 2. So 23,086 is the answer. So dear students, this is how you have to think. Don't think that there are so many missing placeholders. Just go step by step, then you will feel very easy to solve these kind of questions. So I hope you would have understood all the questions which we